8.
8 o'clock. Hey! What's up, everybody?
Listening to our Jam of the Week. We'll tell you about that later. Give you 30 seconds to jam with us for a second, and then we're going to
make sure you
get
share,
started.
invite your friends, share, like, hearts, second week.
All that stuff.
Maximum volume.
What? She touching stuff.
Leave it to me.
Uh-oh.
Our music
we
stopped.
missed it.
Oh.
There you go. We're ready. It's live, so you never know what's going to happen.
A bat could fly in.
Right? Hey, Elder Jackson.
I can't figure out how to put the comments.
All right.
All right, well, let's get moving. Let's get started. Thanks again for joining us for our second official show of Righteous and Ratchet.
We had so much fun last week with you guys. I'm Janice. We had so much fun last week.
And a lot of fun with all of our replay viewers that commented on along.
Yes, definitely.
So we're going to jump right in. Today we've got, we're talking relationships a little later with a
whole
special
episode
guest.
About relationships.
Pretty much. Janice is going to fix someone's life who has some kind of high expectations for her man, her future man. We'll let you know about that a little later. But now we're going to get started with the trending topics. So one big show on everyone's mind that I'm late to the party with is Power. And there was a big leak of episodes this week. Starz is promising legal action now after several episodes of Power leaked online. They started an investigation to track down where the videos originated, and 50 Cent says that Starz thinks he might be the source of the leak. He also says he knows Game of Thrones saw a rating spike after a similar leak. I'm kind of behind on this party. So
I feel like 50 Cent does everything to get more ratings. But I was mad about the people who watched it and then posted what happened. I had to delete some people. Yes, I was that person that deleted people. You shouldn't have leaked it. I was really upset about that.
I watched the first episode last night and started to fall asleep. So I'm still catching up on that.
Oh, God.
In about a year and a half, I'll be fully caught up and talk about Free Ghost. I'll be on that van train. Alright, we're going to switch to some relationships now that we're talking all hour. Redbook Magazine put together a list of things one should never say to their partner, and there are some interesting ones on here. I don't have time for this. I say that all the time. I didn't know that
don't
was
say
bad.
that to somebody.
I guess it's that kind of bad. I'm going to kill you. You know? I think at some point,
don't say that.
Every relationship you get a little frustrated and you think, I don't know, you mean it literally, you know?
Xavier's not in a relationship.
As you can tell.
You guys didn't realize.
Shut up. That's kind of mean no matter who you say it to.
Yeah, I tell you to shut up a lot though.
Yeah, I just deal with it. A real man would be able to fix that. That's shade. That's major shade.
That's low. That's
bad.
Low.
That's bad. I can't live without you. That one was interesting to me.
That's interesting.
So
don't say that to your partner?
They say you shouldn't say that. I think it comes from you should be an independent person and you should love someone so much, but you should still be able to live without them. Thought that was interesting. I think your best friend is sexy. I think that's pretty obvious why you should say that. Your mom is the worst. Another one. Pretty obvious you probably shouldn't say that. Where was that? You're getting really fat.
Oh.
That one's kind of... I think there's a way to say that.
There's no way you could say that.
You're crazy. I think Greg says that to you quite a bit.
He does call me crazy. Well, see, the difference
Greg is her boyfriend.
I said the difference is we were friends first, so we know the jokes. Like, you gotta have the right relationship. You can't call a real, you can't call an actual crazy person crazy.
Then they might get you.
Yeah, then they're gonna kill you. That's where that came from. Then they're
gonna kill you. Exactly. And then another one. There's 50. I only picked the top one.
James said because I am crazy. No, that's not funny. Because I am crazy. Go ahead.
You complete me is another one I thought was kind of interesting.
Really?
And I think that goes back to the similar to the I can't live without you one.
That's interesting.
Now, we're both millennials, and a lot of millennials are in the time of their life where they're getting married, and saying goodbye to single life seems to be costing a pretty penny. Zillow looked at data from the website The Knot and found that millennials are spending an average of $1,532 on destination bachelor parties. Bachelorette parties, meanwhile, only sucking in a little more than $1,100 per guest.
That's a lot of
It is a lot of money. And then you add on the wedding on top of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think everybody just trying to turn up nowadays. And then, people living for social media, they want to look cool, and they have their matching outfits, and they went to a destination.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, you're saying goodbye to this whole chapter of your life. You can do it pretty big.
1,500.
1,500, that's a lot, but... I think you can do big.
Sharice, I got this late. She said, I don't say you complete me, I'm complete, but he's an added bonus to my life. You go, girl. Snaps and Z formation.
All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit to the story that was on everyone's mind this week. Charlottesville, Virginia. The Unite the Right movement converged upon Charlottesville to protest the removal of a statue of a Confederate soldier. There they were met with counter-protesters, and it didn't take long before the white nationalists turned violent, actually ramming a car into a street of crowded people, leaving several people injured and even one dead from that incident. 2 police officers were also killed when their helicopter crashed, trying to monitor the situation from above. You've seen a lot of celebrities kind of go out and post. Our thoughts and prayers are with those people that were affected by those different tragedies. You would think in 2017 that kind of stuff wouldn't happen. Yeah, it looks like a scene from 1943.
It's sad. Yeah,
we couldn't go without talking about that. That was a story on pretty much everyone's mind.
Yeah. So thoughts, prayers, everything, efforts to help all towards everybody who's affected by it. So yeah.
So, all right, we're going to switch gears back to the fun stuff now. We're going to do Janice's favorite segment, Jay Fix My Life.
I'm so excited. So, we have Jay Fix My Life. Dear Jay, I'm currently in my early 30s and I am still single. I've been told it's because I'm too picky, but in my 30s, I'm not willing to compromise as much as I did in my 20s. One of the things I'm not willing to budge on is that my guy has to make more money than me. Is this expectation unrealistic? I think that is a little unrealistic. I feel as though as long as what they bring in doesn't hinder your already established lifestyle, I think you guys should be able to work together to make it work. As long as it's not they're coming in with a ton of debt and baggage, and then you can't live the normal lifestyle you're accustomed to, especially at 30 plus, then don't bother with that. But if they have a full-time job, they're working regularly, sometimes you're just further along in your career than they are. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. I feel like if that's a deal breaker, then you're going to find yourself in a very slim margin of guys that are eligible.
Yeah.
What do you think, Xavier?
Of course, I'm nowhere near that age. I don't really know too much about that. But to me, in my personal clock of where I want to be at 30, single isn't really one of it. I don't want to be upping the age of 30 in the higher 30s and still be single. And to me, it sounds like this girl might be on track to that if she doesn't. Like you said, they got to have a job. They got to have something going for them. But especially if you're pretty successful in your 30s and you want someone to make more money than you, you might just have to run into Ryan Seacrest or no one at all.
But that kind of goes back to not being completed by person. They add to you. So they don't have to complete, like they shouldn't be coming in to make your package whole. They should just be able to add to your package. But please don't go find a man that want to work one day a week and that's still aspiring rapper at 38. No, don't do that. That's not what I'm saying.
Says the exact amount doesn't matter. It's how you spend that money.
Exactly.
And that's true.
True.
So in a 1 second summary in fixing her life, what should she do?
Don't be so tight. Just find somebody who can add to your life. And that's what relationships are about. Let them add to your life, as long as they're not taking away, as long as they're not adding, they're not making life crazy. As long as they can add to you, make you better, go for it.
Yeah, and Elder Deshawn said she likes your answer. Don't miss out on love because of your super high standards.
Yes.
So I think a lot of us could learn from that one.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
So we're going to go into what we really want to spend all our time today in our Top Talk. We've got a very special guest with us today. She has been married for over 30 years, 36 years to be exact. She has 3 wonderful kids, one of whom happens to be sitting next to me. And that would be none other than Miss Carolyn Stewart.
Yay, my mom's here, guys.
Hello. Hey, Facebook family.
You got anybody you want to shout out?
Right. I have just invited everybody I know. So
Okay.
hopefully you're watching. Hey, Sarah Townsend. I saw that you joined
a new star on our show.
No, we might have a spinoff. Carolyn
Live. Carolyn Fix My Life.
All right.
It's always a ball.
We're so happy to have you here. We know it was a little last minute, but we're glad you could be with us today.
Yes.
We've got so many different topics to go over with relationships, so we are just going to jump right in with our first question we've got in. Can you be best friends with someone of the opposite sex?
Of course you can. You two are a great example.
Exactly.
Yes. And actually, my husband, before we married, probably 36 years, I think it's been about 36 years this year, he had so many female friends that I have become female friends with as well. So I do believe that you can be friends with the opposite sex.
Okay. Me too. I agree, because I have tons of male friends, and that's literally what they are. They're my friends, no lines crossed, nothing. It's not a blurred line kind of thing. So I agree.
I think it's something that you have to go into the relationship with. That's what it sounds like. It's people before then. While you're in a relationship or marriage.
Well, no, it's not that. I believe it has a lot to do with you and your personality as well.
True. James says, "Who, baby?" My dad calls him something.
Well, this is what I heard someone say to me, that when they divorce, someone told me once, when they divorce, the group they used to hang around no longer allowed them in the group. And I'm thinking to myself, we have a lot of friends that are married and not married, and we're always together, because usually the men go gather in one area and the women gather in another area, so it really doesn't matter when we're together. But I started looking at that person and that person's character, then I realized I see why they don't want you in that group now that you're not married to your husband. Because she's probably talking to the other husbands in a way that she should not be.
Right.
So, speaking of that moves on to another question we've got here. Is it ever okay to date a friend's ex? What do you think?
I always think it's okay. I don't believe in the code, because I feel like when you're over with each other, you're over with each other. I hear that all the time, but I really don't have a problem with that if they are completely through with one another, because that may not be your soulmate. It may really be the other person's soulmate. Petticoat junction. I don't know if you all remember.
What is that?
My Facebook friends will know that. But there was
your son-in-law is having a fit.
I know. I'm gonna get there. I'm with you, James.
There was a sister who actually married the ex-boyfriend of one of the older sisters, but they got along better.
And is this a daytime show? Like
it's a daytime
Your
show.
sister is saying no. Tammy says I say no.
Tammy says no about David.
No, okay. I'm going to jump in here because I have the total opposite.
Nobody agrees.
There's a code. Now, if you don't want to be friends anymore, then by all means, go for it. I don't think it's okay.
Well, I would say we used to do this seminar. I forgot what it was called. Something about love. We went when I used to go to MSU. And he gave an example. He said, if you have a pair of shoes that you don't wear anymore, are you not going to give them to your friend? So he said, like, if it doesn't work out with you, or if the shoe doesn't fit, or the relationship doesn't work, why wouldn't you allow your friend? I don't know if I'm mature enough to handle that, but my mother apparently.
There's somebody for everybody, and that person may not be for you, it may be for them.
You're comparing someone to a pair of shoes that's worn out.
That's okay.
If you want worn out shoes, go for your friend's ex. Alright, let's move along now. Alright, so let's kind of keep it in that same vein. If your significant other is not home, do you let someone of the opposite sex in, whether it is their male friend or whatever?
I have. Ricky Thomas comes over here. He is my brother, but he's my husband's best friend. He does come over, but if he comes over with an intention, and that's no problem. I really still believe it has a lot to do with you.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's true. It all depends.
I agree.
And I think guys know their male friend that shouldn't be around their woman, and women know their girlfriends that shouldn't be around their person.
Yeah, to me, I always say I have to know the person. So, like, some of Greg's friends I know really well. Some of them, I don't really know them. So the ones I know well, I probably will let them in and go and do something else. Like, and not think about them versus, unless because to me, I know how to keep it across the board.
Yeah.
But I do remember one time when I was younger, one of the ladies from our church was coming over, and my mom wasn't there. She was like, "Well, I'll just wait outside till your mom gets here." I remember that vividly.
That was nice.
And I said that was very
Whoever
respectful.
was.
Yeah, I thought that was very respectful. That was the first time I ever thought about that. But this came up in the conversation from our friends as well.
And your dad, she may not have been she may not have known that well, and she wants to be respectful. I appreciate that.
So I'm going to look at some comments now. Elder Deshawn, who's one of our personal favorite married couples, her and her husband, she says, no, that's her code unless extreme emergency.
Yeah.
And then, so what you
they said that's their code. That's what we're supposed to. And I believe that it's all about respect. So if that's what you and your spouse come up with, then that's your code. Don't let them in.
She says it's a matter of respect for the other house.
I always say, because my mom always told me, don't let your good be evil spoken of. So, don't leave room for opportunity for the enemy to kind of get in there. I get it. I get it.
James is making sure that Janice's boyfriend Greg has no female friends.
in the situation. Let's look a little deeper.
But they said, how do they know if the person honestly is over it? I don't know. We don't know the person.
I don't know.
That's like you're with them, so you have to know.
If they keep doing slick remarks about it,
bringing
they
it up,
know.
Or bringing it up, or not, or
checking
question
your
what you
phone,
doing, where you going, how you doing.
Like, when you get
They're
in an
not over
argument, this is how you know.
You
When you
get
get
in
in
an
an
argument.
argument, if they bring it up, they're not over it.
I agree.
Okay.
But just do your best.
I want to ask. So we got a question that says, "Is it insecure to check my significant other's phone and social media?" I say yes. I don't know.
I check all the time.
You don't even have social media.
I check his text.
70?
Mainly just
No,
because
they say, is it insecure to feel like you need to?
Oh no, who wants to? If I do, I'm being nosy.
Yeah,
But
that's
no,
what
you
I'm
should.
like.
And yes, it is insecure if you feel like you need to. If you need to do any type of snooping and any type of checking, yes, it's insecure.
it's insecure.
Why do you need to do that?
Exactly. I'm with you.
So do you
on
think
that.
you need to have like the code to their phone?
Yes, because anything could happen if there's an emergency.
I say I have to
that
go
was
to Greg's phone, but that's because he just be like, "Here, do this." Like, it's not because I asked for
Well,
it,
but
because he'd rather be.
Erica Campbell had that question on her show about the code, having
Really?
having codes to each other's phones, and she said she and her husband Warren have each other's codes. They don't keep anything from each other, and they're one.
I mean, if not, then what do they have to hide? Like,
I mean, you know,
yeah.
I have known of people that have like times where they'll sit and they'll look at each other's phones and go through it and see.
Why?
I don't know, people.
I'm
I'm also from
a younger generation.
yeah, I didn't want to
But
say it that way,
that trust needs to be there.
Yeah,
And if you feel like there's something you need
That's
to
true.
do, there's a reason why.
yeah.
But I feel like this. You shouldn't have a reason to hide your code, and you shouldn't even have a code that you don't want your significant other to have. Why?
Right,
why do you
exactly.
want to do that?
I want to ask this question. This is gonna be funny because I know you don't have this problem, but it's gonna be funny to hear. It says, if I don't like my significant other's family, should I run? You are privileged to like your significant other's family.
Well, no, you shouldn't run.
We should ask Greg, huh?
You know what? Everybody loves the story. Everybody
I just
loves
like
the
to
story,
stir the
so
pot.
that will never happen. But there are situations when you don't agree with everything that other family does, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But no, don't run. You work with it. That's your husband, and that's who he loves. That's his family.
Well,
Right.
if this is your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
I mean, you don't have to be bothered with them if they're your girlfriend or boyfriend. I think you should spend the time with them when you have to.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think.
James said the wife definitely got my code and she
I was
knows
just
it.
James, that's funny.
And Teresa Brooks says yes, the spouse should have the code.
Hi, Carolyn Matthews.
My mom is taking over.
Shouting her
My mom is
people
taking
out.
I invited everybody to see this one. And Conrad said, yep.
Thank you, Conrad.
So, going back to the family thing, Elder Deshaun says, don't let family chase you away from love. The truth of the matter is, everybody's family is crazy.
Yeah, everybody's family has issues.
Yes. We
So, especially the three guys.
We can have our own sitcom.
Okay, so I want to ask this question. This might be our last one because of time. Is there such thing as a soulmate? Do you think there's such
I
thing?
really believe that. I believe there's somebody for everybody.
Okay.
I really believe that. I really, really do believe that. I just flatly believe.
I agree with that. And then what if the person you thought is your soulmate passes away?
Would you remarry?
Would you remarry?
Well, let me say this. Did you see The Bachelor, the last few weeks?
No.
The Bachelorette?
She had 4 soulmates. So I'm
Four
thinking to myself, she
soulmates?
thought she was in love
She
with
had
3 or 4.
three, yeah.
Wow.
I haven't figured that out. How
I
could you
knew
just
I
be
watched
so in
this
love
for a
with these
reason.
people and you pick one, but I think she wanted the other one who didn't want her.
Yeah, so here's what happened if you didn't know. Why I watched this and why I know, I don't know. But there was nothing on that day. So the one guy she was talking to, and she said, he said that after the show, I'm not going to ask you to marry me because that's something sacred.
Yes.
Said, I want to marry you, but I'm not going to propose
wants to
at the end of the
walk it.
show. I want to wait. and make it a little bit slower, which is logical.
Okay.
She wanted the ring at the end of that thing, so she was
it must have been a contract.
She said, "No, I don't want you. I'm going with the guy that I know that'll give me the ring," and he did.
I hope they do okay. I'm not so sure that was the right one. I still like the black guy.
So, Mother, you would remarry? Well,
when I remarry, I'm at my age now. I would probably say no.
Okay.
There was a time that I said yes, I'll remarry because I love being married. I love the idea of family, but I also know marriage is a job and you have to work at it. Oh my goodness, I could get paid for the things that I do. And I used to wonder why my older friends would say, no, I'll never get married again. I can understand now, but I think if you're younger, you should get married the next day if you find somebody.
The next day.
Look, I told my husband
let the ashes cool.
No.
Let the
I told my
cool.
husband years ago, if I leave here before you're free to get married the next day. I told the kids, don't even have a problem with it because I'm not here. So I'm going.
She's with the Lord. I'm with the Lord. So you don't have to worry.
He is free to do whatever he wants to do. He's not cheating on me. Believe that.
Well, we have so much more to talk about.
I know.
It's already
a 30-minute show, so it's
Sorry.
already 8. Does anybody have any questions or input?
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to do some questions. And
James James
Elder Teresa says, no remarriage. Boyfriend's only for her.
Hi, Shaylin. Who said no remarriage?
An elder at her church.
I'm telling you, it really has a lot to do with age.
Yeah.
A younger person, I feel that I believe God. I do believe there's someone for everybody, and if your significant other has perished or something has happened, I believe if you ask the Lord, He can provide you with another love of your life.
James said, Sharice, you better not. Okay, so somebody locked down to death, after death do y'all part.
James, that's not fair, son-in-law. That's just not fair. You're going to be gone.
And then he put Stu baby or nothing. He just called it.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think I would remarry if like years. I wouldn't be the next day now. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I would
think
remarry.
you gotta have some time to heal and everything from that.
Yes, and sometimes it can be a long
Denise's
illness.
boyfriend Greg didn't like that answer.
Okay, so we're gonna do just because it's actually.
We're actually having a good time and we're moving, so we're gonna do a couple more questions. We won't have you long. Okay, let's see. What's another one? I like this one. My ex keeps subtweeting, and I know they are talking about me. How do I handle it? So, do you know what that means? Okay, we'll break it down. So that means I'm posting on social media about you, talking about you, but I'm not saying it's you.
Immature. First of all, that's not what Facebook is for, and this is why some people just don't really want to be bothered with Facebook. Your business doesn't need to be all over the street.
Absolutely.
I could get on here every day and talk about something, but that's not necessary.
Yeah.
I think we should use Facebook I love it when I get a chance to talk to my family members and see them and see what they're doing, and coworkers, and hear about good things. Why do we need to hear what you're feeling about somebody without saying their name?
Right. Yeah.
My mom also said in the last thing, no one should go through life alone. Everybody needs someone.
I agree with that, Mom. I agree with that.
Conrad said, ignore the social media post and wait. Why are you following them? Who cares? That's true.
That's true.
That is true. You probably should unfollow them or unfriend them. All that stuff.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
That's a really good one on here.
What signs? What are the signs to know when it's time to end a relationship? I think if you're constantly fussing, arguing, like if you're just having little bickering, if you literally cannot agree, you literally cannot come together, if everything is an issue. I think to me, cheating is the deal breaker. I don't know. To me, it is, because I'm just the type of person that I'm very tight with who I even surround myself with, even when it comes to friends. So I feel like if you break that, that's it. Like, you just cut off. So I feel like cheating for me. I know some people are strong enough to get over it and move past, but I don't know. And Greg, don't test me, because we don't want to know.
Public service announcement to Greg.
Conversation next.
Oh Lord, Conrad.
I agree.
So now this brings me to my thought of non-negotiables.
She has a great thing called non-negotiables. So
I had to teach a singles class one term at the church, And I remember teaching and talking about non-negotiables. One thing we don't think about, when you're thinking about when you're looking for a mate, when you're thinking about, hey, I want to be with someone or a significant other, you have this wonderful list. But as you meet this cute guy or this cute girl with this nice shape or these cool clothes or this nice car, some of those things on the list you cannot forget about. You should always have non-negotiables. Those non-negotiables should stay there no matter what is going on, because we get infatuated. We get excited about a relationship. We get all up into having someone, and you're allowing things to happen that you know you don't agree with. So those things on your non-negotiable list, start with the list. That's when you know it's time to give them up. Because if you start checking off this list and those things are happening, I guarantee you'll be on the
So how many non-negotiables should you have? Like, I can see there being
I would have 3 major non-negotiables,
Okay.
but I would probably have 5 or 6 things that
are pretty close. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
A lot of comments.
So deal breakers when you see they're calling and you don't want to answer. Yeah, if I'm
That's
irritated
a
when
good
you
one.
did. Yeah, that's a
That's
good
a good one.
Well, one thing you have to think about.
Disrespect. That's
The pastor was telling us about how we should have this desire for the word, to read the word, just like when you get excited about that person calling you, you want to talk to them all the time, and how you just can't wait to see them. When it kind of gets old and you don't really care if they come around, that's kind of a sign.
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign.
I think I want to be bothered. And that trust. One thing, if you can't communicate and trust, those are 2 biggies.
Yeah.
Those are signs.
My mom is really liking your non-negotiable thing.
Okay, all right.
And Elder Jackson is saying disrespect, no consistent interaction,
Which
cheating.
is back to that thing.
Conrad said arguing is a deal breaker for him, and no comment
Conrad does
interest.
not like to argue.
No, he doesn't.
I agree with that.
I know that from personally.
We all.
Some people don't. I'll fuss with you all day because I've been
And
fussing
then
with you.
Cherie says deal breakers: no relationship with God, no ambition, unhealthy habits.
I love your non-negotiables, and don't forget, don't let them list get disturbed because James is all this wonderful guy. And
Even after a year and a half of marriage, my mother is still guiding their marriage.
Just in case.
But you still have to keep those
you gotta keep
non-negotiables. You have
Yeah.
to, because then you're let go of yourself, of what's really important to you, and you start kind of dealing what's best for you.
You be like the lady on fences,
right? Oh, exactly.
Just like
How she allowed that to happen. She allowed.
She did. I'm with
For
her.
those of us that haven't seen Fences, what does that mean?
She got into a situation with her and her husband, and she realized, 10-15 years later down the road, that she literally lost herself in him.
She was making sure he was happy.
She would spend so much time making sure that he was good, that he had what he needed, that she literally lost herself, and that she literally lost her vision for her life, her purpose, and she just became who he needed. And so in the end, she's losing out too, because he did something. I don't remember if you haven't seen it. He did something, but she loses out too, because now her whole life has changed and she's nothing of what she dreamed for herself.
And
so
that
she had to
with
deal
men
with that.
and women. Men can do that and do what's best for. I want to please her, and women can do that. But I remember reading a book. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
Yeah.
And and one really great statement it has in there: if you're busy pleasing him and he's busy pleasing you, then guess what? You're going to have a wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
And I really think that's important.
And that's what we talked about, because we had a couples thing. They were saying that the Bible talks about you submitting one to another, and they said, so as you submit to one another, it makes the other person be better, and you're being better because you're literally you're doing what's best for the other person, so you don't get in the way.
Well, Cherie said that's why a man shouldn't complete you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I think that statement is wonderful.
You should
complete me,
enhance.
but you should enhance.
Yeah,
I agree.
make
You
it
should
better.
enhance because you should already be completed as your.
Conrad is putting out an ad for the go-getters. Y'all holler at him later.
Well, you're right, Conrad.
Eligible bachelor.
But he says you have to be complete alone first, literally. I agree with that, Conrad.
That is good.
Yes.
I agree. That's a good one.
They should enhance you. Like, if you're not becoming a better person, then their relationship is just not good. Like, you literally should see yourself. Because I can say things that I dealt with before I was dating. Now that I'm dating, I'm seeing that I'm kind of changing how I deal with them. Kind of changing how I let things affect me, because I'm becoming a better person. And same for him. You should be making each other better. It doesn't mean you got to be perfect, but some of those crazy habits you have, or you should grow. Literally, you should be growing together.
And that's why a person doesn't have to be perfect or has to have everything. But if they make you a better person, that person should just enhance whatever you have going on. If they don't do that, you need to start walking.
Yes.
Literally.
Okay, so
and then that we're gonna walk on.
We're gonna wrap this up.
We gotta thank you so much for being
you,
with
Mother.
us today. So many people have been touched by your wisdom.
So we usually do an R&R moments, an inspirational moment at the end, but I want you to just wrap this all up. What advice could you give after 36 years of marriage and 3 children? What advice could you do in 1 minute?
This is our R&R moment for
with Caroline Stewart.
Well, I had a wonderful mother, first of all, I want to say. And she taught us how to be great. Well, all 4 of her daughters, she taught them how to be great wives. I think all of my sisters are great wives, and we have wonderful husbands, every last one of us. But one thing I want you to know in a relationship is important. Remember the love languages, the 5 love languages? Find out what's important to them, and they should know what's important to you. Because what's important to you may not be important to them, and vice versa. And those things are important in a relationship. And just, stay prayerful, because this thing is not easy. Stay prayerful, because marriage is a job. It's work.
Yes.
But I love being married, and I love my husband to death. But no, don't go into it thinking it's just a plaything. And relationships are just not anything to play with. Because when God puts 2 people together, you want it to be right, and you want it to be tight.
Okay.
And that is our moment today. Right and tight. I like that. Right and tight.
So thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. And remember, everyone needs a little R&R. Love you guys. Bye.